Welcome back to the Piping Pastor. Well, it has been quite a while since I had a video out. This move has taken a lot more time than I had anticipated. But we are in El Paso. Finally, officially all moved in. And this trip was it was a long one. We drove from Maryland here to El Paso. So it's a several day trip, and we stopped and visited with some friends and family. So we were on the road for, let's see, 4 or 5 days. And we thought we had timed it well enough that we get here right when all of our moving trucks were here and the house was ready. But best laid plans of bison men, you know. Before I go any further, today I am smoking my little Admiral tomato, and in it I'm smoking some Maltese Falcon. So, first couple of days of the trip went just fine. Let's say we stopped in Indiana, visit with some family. We stopped on the way from Indiana. We stopped in St. Louis, got to see the Arch for the first time. Next stop was Oklahoma City. Bit of an issue there. I booked the hotel room for the wrong night. Happily, they were able to get that resolved. So we had a place to stay. And then the following night, we drove from Oklahoma City. We made it to Carlsbad and saw Carlsbad Caverns, which was great. And then on to El Paso. I've never lived in Texas before, so I've flown through Texas. I've never really driven through Texas. But for those of you who have never driven through Texas, you can literally go for 100 miles and not see another person. It's just flat open land, some mountains in the background, and signs that say, hey, next gas station is 75 miles. So happily, we made it without incident. Did have one minor mechanical issue on the way, but made it to a rest stop. I was able to make a couple of friends, got some tools, got the stuff taken care of, and then back on the road, no other serious issues. So very uneventful trip, thank goodness. However, when we got here, again, because I planned on getting the video out last week, didn't quite make it. I haven't even been able to really watch any videos apart from the awards show last night. I was able to get on. We were out doing some shopping, and so I had my phone out and I'm watching the live stream. And I can't find my headphones, so I just had the live stream on, just sitting there watching it. But hey, no one seemed to mind in the checkout lines and whatnot. But so we arrived in El Paso, and we had timed it really well because the moving company was meant to arrive with our things on Thursday of last week, and we were meant to have the keys to the house on Wednesday of last week. Sorry, 2 weeks ago. We're jumbling up my days. So 2 weeks ago, we were meant to get the keys to the house on Thursday, and the moving company was meant to deliver on Friday. We arrived in El Paso on Wednesday. So we arrived in El Paso, got a hotel room for one night. We meant to go pick up the keys, do a walkthrough inspection, make sure the house was all kosher the way it needed to be. And then the very next day, all of our moving truck stuff was supposed to come in. Well, we arrived on Wednesday, and we check into the hotel. we go and get some lunch, and over lunch, I get a call, and apparently the house is not ready. They were meant to replace some carpet in an upstairs bedroom, which had not been completed yet. So they're like, we're not going to be able to get you until next Wednesday. 6 days later than what they were supposed to. So I had to call the moving company, and because it was going to be that much later, the moving company had to unload everything off the moving truck and put it into storage, even though it was only 3 or 4 days. They couldn't just leave it on the semi-truck because the semi-truck had to go elsewhere. They had to go do other things. So they have to unload everything off the moving truck, put it into these massive wooden crates, because that's how it has to be stored, these massive wooden crates that are all labeled. So they put everything in these massive wooden crates, nail them shut, and put them in a storage facility for 4 days. So we go to the hotel, we get an extension, like, hey, we thought we were going to be here for 1 night, but we're actually going to be here for, looks like 5. So we need a 2-room suite, because we were all sharing a big double queen room with a rollout. It's like, for 5 days, that's not enough space for all of us. So we need a 2-room situation. They didn't have any. So we had to check out of that hotel, go check into another hotel for another 4 days. And then all of our things, we get the house and we go through the inspection, everything's fine. And we get the moving company arrives. And keep in mind, when they loaded us up, they had a team of 3 packing things up for us. And they had a team of 5 to load the truck. The moving company shows up to deliver our goods, and they meant to deliver it, put it where we wanted to, and unpack the stuff. 2 people. So we all had to pitch in, moving stuff, unpacking stuff, putting stuff together. We're there until like 7 o'clock at night. Finally get everything off the trucks, out of storage, off the trucks. Do the inventories, mark down stuff, because there was some stuff damaged and things like that. Nothing major, just some minor furniture damage here and there. And then the unpacking process started. That was 3 days ago. We got finished last night. So I'm not one of those people who's like, leave it in the boxes, we'll get to it when we get to it. I can't operate like that. I have to have all the stuff out of the boxes. I have to have the rugs down. I have to have the stuff up on the walls, because just seeing stuff stacked in places really gets under my skin. Lack of organization, general untidiness just really gets to me. So put in a lot of very full days, but we got everything done. My daughters have a few things to hang up in their rooms yet still, but all the heavy hanging things where I had to drill holes and put anchors in and all that kind of stuff like that, that's all up and done. So finally get to relax. I have been able to smoke a pipe the last couple of days. At the end of the day, we're usually finishing around 9 o'clock at night or so, and I can go out on the back porch and have a pipe. Or I can come to my new smoking room, which is where I am now. So happily with this new house, there's a lot of extra storage rooms, big storage rooms, 1 interior and 2 exterior. So happily, what we were able to do is take the interior storage room, which is about the same size as the room I'm in here, but it's on the inside of the house, and turn that into an office for my wife. So she has a place to do her work away from everybody else. And I got to claim one of the outside storage areas for my smoking lounge, as we are jokingly referring to it now. And so I'll do a little video tour. So you can it's a smallish room. Let's say it's an outside storage room. And you would think in El Paso, especially right now, the heat's way over 100 degrees. It would be unbearable in here, because there's a light, but there's no outlets. So there's no small AC unit or anything else like that. I can prop the door open and have a breeze come in. But even right now with the door shut, it's warm, but it's not crazy hot. So happily the temperature stayed relatively even. So I'll do a little video tour of it now so you can kind of see what things look like. Okay, so as we walk in here, I'm in kind of a tight spot. So I'll have to pan up and pan down. But this is the room in total here. I'll say it's a really rather small little space. But if I step over this way, you can see there's the guest chair. Oh, and the little mic stand thing I have up there for the video I just recorded. Let me put that guy down. Carpet in there. There's my barrister bookshelf with all my poetry and classics and so forth. And then over here, got the pipe racks, and then the tobacco / poetry cabinet. So my big jars of Northwoods down there. And then a little coat rack here, my smoking jacket, smoking cap. It's not overly hot in here, but it's a bit too hot for a smoking jacket just now. So, and then there's the stand, and of course my little spot there that I sit in. And there's my little packaging project. I got some Milan tobaccos with my coffee there before I left, and I got to jar those up. That's why those are sitting out. And then my little golfer painting. So my cozy little smoking nook. And there we are. So it's a nice, cozy little spot, you know, with the extra chair for a guest if someone else comes in, somebody happens to come by to visit. As I mentioned before, my family hates the smell of pipe smoke. None of them like it. So this removes me from all that contention as well. And a private little place for videos. So, which is nice. Well, since we are all caught up now and I've updated you on the rigorous process of moving nearly all the way across the country, like maybe a few hundred miles more and I would have gone completely from coast to coast. So I can get back into some regular content again. So I'm hoping to be able to start recording on a regular basis again. Got a couple weeks yet before I really get back into work. So hopefully I'll be able to get some content done, you know, get the oldest one ready to go to college, which takes some time. But apart from that, get caught up on some videos. I'm so far behind, I don't know if I'll be able to go back and catch up on any of the older stuff that folks have been putting out, but at the very least, I get caught up on some of the new stuff. And in the meantime, I hope you have a lovely week. As always, happy reading.